Greetings, fellow beings. Ho, ho, ho. It is a terrific Tuesday. I love Tuesday. It's almost as fun as Monday. Not quite as fun as Wednesday, but it's the first day of August. That's right. It's August 1, 2023. And, well, it started out spectacularly. We had a wonderful video release this morning. Lots of positive response to that. We already have Mexican Iron Man in the chat sending me a $10 super chat. Thank you, Mikey. I'll get to it in a moment. And we have all of you here. A lot of early birds. Thanks for it. Thanks for that. I love it. It's a good time. I appreciate all of the support each and every day. I love spending this time. We've got a lot to talk about. So let's just say hi to each and every one of you. Had Captain Fandom heard Captain Fandom Nerd here, nice and early, along with Liger Fan. Look, it is SFX 314, a saber-tooth raptor, hanging out with us as well. We got OC Dobbins in the house. There's Griffin. I want my MTV. That's right, 12:01 a.m. we had the debut of MTV, and I watched it live. 1981. Woo-hoo. James Dasha. What's going on, James? Hope you're doing well. We got Penny in the house. Josiah Robinson is here. We've got Davinia Duckworth. Good morning. We've got M. Rivers in the house. What's going on, M. Rivers? Morgan King is here. What's going on, my friend? I see you have a question. We'll get to that in a second. Elizabeth Young's in the house. Need some coffee. I reloaded. I'm good. We've got Professor Haitian Falarudo, who saw my video this morning, by the way, which is also linked as the pinned tweet right now. So when you're done here, after we're done with bonus time, because it's Tuesday, do check that out. It's well worth it. And Morgan King, the reason that you're stuck in gold is because I haven't been able to render out the new members thing because it's fighting with the font. So I'm going to change the font, render the thing. You'll be in the right spot. We also have a member stream coming up probably this weekend, so stay tuned for that. It'll be in the community tab. We got Snorta, Poopus, Cuber. How's it going, my favorite bear? Aaron Ratliff is here. We've also got Final Monkey, the Bat Cap. I'm praying for you every day. I hope the pet scan goes well. And I would love to have some great news. I know you would too. And I'm sure she would love to be a little bit relieved. I have been sponsoring a couple of GoFundMe's. One of them is in my recent tweets on Twitter. Do check that out. It's really important. We have a lot of people that could use a hand up. And I don't often ask, but check that tweet out if you wouldn't mind. Rod Thunderheart is in the house, and we've also got Olaf Von S. This mind intentionally left blank with the cool photo. Look at the beautiful kitty. Darren Hughes is in the house. What a great wrench. He really is here, doing everything he can every day for me. Thank you so much, Darren. Randall Orser is here. We got Scott Cook. We've got the amazing Tender Warrior 68, who actually clued me into the GoFundMe that I actually put out there in the world. So do check that out. And of course, as I mentioned, Mexican Iron Man trying to kill me once again with $10 super chat saying, new show, Oppenkulturheimer. Okay. Culture teaches us the danger of nuclear weapons. The twist, in episode 1, Culture has to deactivate a thermonuclear warhead in less than 30 seconds with a butter knife. That might be fun. Can I just cut the wires? I think you just cut the wires, don't you? I don't know. I need to watch some James Bond movies or something. Thank you, Mikey. Seriously, he does try to kill me. I appreciate the $10 super chat, my friend. Let's see. One Man Show is here. Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Matt G is in the house. We got Spaceship Vampire here. DS Ford, Ironcaster, The Cheese Factor, The Amazing Mags, Ram Bam 3000. We've got Humphrey Bear. Vulcan Lives that are here. Vulcan lives, I should say. Oh, wow. Here's an amazing wrench. His name is Chris Persa. Did I give him a wrench power over here? He needs a wrench power over here. He has wrench power. Oh, Smilex is here. What's going on, Smilex? Let's see. We've got a few other folks like Izaj Melody. I think I said hi to Olaf. Let's see who else. Oh, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, my friend, and of course, Black Saber is in the house. Darius Munchausen is here, always feeding me coffee, but we have to go. Oh, DJ Ronnie G. He says, shout out to Mexican Iron Man, Snorty, Keely, and Mags. Well done there, DJ. DJ Ronnie G. Double back again. Cut the red wire. All the wires are red. Ah! That sounds like Mike. A tipping barn is here. Ahoy, ahoy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, 74. Admiral Teague. Keck 44. All right, everybody. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. 18 stories in all. Then bonus time. That's right. Looking forward to bonus time. I hope you are as well. But we'll start here with a couple of sad stories. The first one I know you know about. It broke my heart yesterday. I tweeted about it as soon as I heard. We lost PeeWee Herman actor Paul Reubens. Paul Reubens may have been mocked and laughed at. He was one of the very first people to, I would think, one of the very first people to get canceled via the media. And just one of my personal, normally great humans. And despite the incident that he was caught up in, he really has delivered in his career. And losing him at 70 to cancer is garbage. I don't usually curse on my channel. F cancer. Euphoria star Angus Cloud is gone. From all reports, it would indicate that he chose to not be with us anymore. And that's a real tragedy. And unfortunately, this happens far too often. So, if you know anybody that seems like they're a little bit down, and they've been that way for a while, reach out, get them to talk to you. Okay? Why didn't Disney save Haunted Mansion for Halloween? Good question. Probably because they couldn't. And they really put themselves in an awkward position. They may have had some indication that the film wasn't going to perform well, or they really wanted to clear the deck for the Marvels. I don't know. There's really not a lot out there that was going to compete with this film if it stuck with its October release date. But maybe they're just that timid when it comes to stacking releases on top of each other now. It looks like Abu Dhabi is building a major studio complex. They're going to add 11 sound stages to it and really try to make it a major destination for international productions. They might be successful. They have enough money to put into these to have the incredible technology that's required for a lot of the modern productions. Plus, from what I'm to understand, everything there is modern and lovely, shiny and new. So, maybe seeing a lot of films coming out of Abu Dhabi. What you're not going to be seeing is Suspicion any longer. Apple axed the new television show with Uma Thurman after just one season. Apple's been axing a lot of things lately. And Sarnoff, speaking of axing things, is joining Cineworld board as Regal parent emerges from bankruptcy. And you didn't do a great job with Warner. I'm not excited about your leadership at Regal Cineworld. Worried. Elon Musk tries to go after a Twitter watchdog. No, he doesn't try, he does. Because they literally are just going after him maliciously without any evidence. And that's a problem. Of course, journalists are attacking this, as they always do, like they're attacking the DeSantis win, or the potential DeSantis win in the Disney case, thinking it's going to have a chilling action on what they can report. Yes, you have to stop lying. You have to report facts. You can't do something maliciously. Try that once. Lawyers for the tech consultant Nima Momeni says he had no reason to kill Cash App founder Bob Lee, despite the fact that there seems to be lots of motives for it, at least according to the prosecution. We'll have to see how this case goes. We do know that things are breaking down. Most recently, the solar panels that were out there at the forefront of the solar revolution, the green revolution. You have a lot of them ending up, if not most of them, or nearly all of them ending up in landfills. They're trying recycling efforts. They're touting some recycling efforts here in Yuma, Arizona. There's still a lot of stuff they can't recover from these that is completely toxic, but they don't want to tell you that. Looks like they squeaked into the elimination round for the ladies soccer of the U.S. In an embarrassing fashion, not being able to score a goal, and they probably should have lost this game to Portugal. ChatGPT is breaking down, constantly making things up, hallucination problems. It got a couple of lawyers in trouble not that long ago, and it really does give some inaccurate information on the regular. It's hard to keep the narrative apart from facts, isn't it? Amazon adds telemedicine. That's right. You're going to be able to shop and get, a checkup, I guess. This is strange. Not really down with this, but that's just me. Stock market is, pulling back. And it's going to. And you're going to see that because you're going to have positive earnings and then you're going to have a slew of negative ones. Disney being the ones that we're looking forward to on the 9th, which is Wednesday. I'm going to have coffee and popcorn. Who doesn't have coffee and popcorn is SiriusXM. They do not expect any growth before 2024 as far as their revenue because their ad business is stalled. But Bed Bath & Beyond is coming back as an online retailer. I know you're excited for that. And the jackpot for the Mega Million is 1.05 billion. Good luck. Oh, and share. Whale ballet video. If you can get a chance to check out the AP for that, it's pretty cool. Whales breaching in synchronicity. It's very cool. Anyway, a lot of fun. That was in New Hampshire. Anyway, we're out of time. We're out of stories, but, not really because we got bonus time. So stick around. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until bonus time, here's a reminder message.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
Ram Bam 3000 calls it. It's bonus time. That's right. Okay, I will get this fixed. I'm going to change the font because that's the thing I'm fighting with. It won't render. I tried to clean it up and add all the new names and all of that, and it's just it conks out about 3/4 of the way through. So I've been struggling with it for over a week now. I'll get it fixed. So, we got a lot going on. I'm really looking forward to a couple stories I'm going to be telling. I love doing videos. Did you guys? The new one's great. Thank you for those of you that have already seen it. I do make some speculation in there, but Disney's got problems. They know they have problems. If you gotta go see the pro video first from yesterday about the ridiculousness, and you have to see the follow up on Valiant Renegades because part 1, part 2, so great. All right, everybody. Bonus time. Okay. Hi. Hello, welcome to bonus time. I'm not really sure what you guys want to talk about today. I mean, obviously we lost some folks yesterday. We've got some musicians that are regretting selling out their catalogs and things like that. I don't really know what to talk about. Batcap says the new video was great. Thank you. There's another one. There's another one coming later, and that one's going to be fun. It's based on a tech company this time. I feel like I should only talk about Disney once or twice a day. Okay, maybe once or twice a week. I try to give them a break. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about though. I do know that I have a coffee from Darius Moonshot, $4. Thank you for the coffee, my friend. I do appreciate it, and I need it. Ooh, short night last night. If you get a chance to check out the Monday Meltdown on Comics Division, that was great. And then, of course, they roll over to Rumble, and then you get the yelling at parked cars version of that show, which is a lot of fun. We have a wonderful message from Magitech Mags for $2. Says it's Death Hour time, y'all. Bonus time, y'all. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, Mags. I'm not good at emoji reading, so. But thank you for the $2 super chat. And of course, we've got the rat just needs to grit its teeth and take a short hit to realign back to center. I think so. And I think it might. But I'm running out of optimism. I think the leadership there is the biggest problem, and all the sycophants that were installed by Iger and this Latanda weird person, and all of those people that were left in place to carry out the orders of the politically aligned, the neo-Marxists. Let's just be fair. That's those people are still in place, and they need to be gone. Because Latana was just the leader of the band that tore up the company. You still have all the other people that are still tearing up the company in illegal ways, based on what was reported yesterday. My goodness. And Magitech Mag says, check your late show chat. I did, and I actually turned off the chat replay, if that's what you're talking about. So Disney is broke. This is a true story. They're really having some difficulty. You still have optimism. Like I said, it's nearly gone now, and that's kind of a huge bummer. Mags, just send me a DM. Thank you for the money, but just send me a DM. I appreciate the $2 there. Oh, Twitter group chat DM. All right, I'll do that. Let's do that. Oh, thank you. This is good. Mags is the producer of today's show. Normally it'd be 6. I don't know where 6 is. I hope she's sleeping. But it looks like Mags wants to be today's producer. All right, what do we got? Love is what I got. I said, remember that. I said, love is what I got. I don't cry when my dog runs away. I don't get angry with the bills I have to pay. Oh, gosh, you're going to love this. Thank you, Mags. Hokey smoke. Add to stream. Ba-bam! Oh, wow, we even have the wrong brand tab up behind me. Oh, no. No. That's all right. She moves in mysterious ways. That's Anita Sarkeesian, folks, and here's something fun. Anita Sarkeesian is shutting down Feminist Frequency after 15 years. That's right, Lady Frequency is being shut down, because I've got to be careful saying that word. The F word is not good on YouTube. We are talking about representation very early on in the mainstream way. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Anita Sarkeesian is tired. Oh, it's been more than 10 years since Sarkeesian first released Tropes versus Women in video games on YouTube. It's been 15 years since Sarkeesian's oldest video, and at the start of what's now known as Feminist Frequency. Oops, I said the F word again. Oh, well. Over the years, she and her team created several groundbreaking YouTube series. Groundbreaking? Misleading, full of lies, outright misandry. Anyway, hundreds of podcast videos done with dozens of collaborators. Yes, people who wanted their 15 minutes of fame, no matter what it cost them, even if it was their soul. A games industry-focused support hotline, and a Peabody award-winning nonprofit organization. Yeah, a way to put money in her pocket. It's the sort of work that's both essential and draining, work that's so meaningful it's easy to feel an obligation to continue, even in the face of exhaustion. That's why it's time for a break. I'm ending the female frequency because I'm extremely burned out. It's hard to maintain that persona, the lies, the how you have to remember the lies that you told. That probably is exhausting. I can't vacation that off. I can't offload that anymore. Well, probably not, especially since you're constantly called out on your bologna sausage. So anyway, Sarkeesian's made the female critique of video game industry impossible to ignore. Okay, I mean, it just was highlighted by a bunch of you wackadoodles in the digital media. Polygon, you're not long for this world. I've been talking about all you digital media outlets struggling. You're one of them. Yeah. Though some of the female frequencies initiatives, like programs manager Jay Lynn's accountability group, RepSec, will live on in different ways, the organization as a whole will disband by the end of the year. Yes, the grift is over. But this Sarkeesian deeply believes that there's value to ending projects naturally. There doesn't need to be a catastrophic ending. It's what you're trying to avoid, probably. I don't think we talk enough about that. You built this whole thing, and why would you give it up? But sometimes it's actually better that we move on to new things and take risks and do things that challenge us. Yes, like telling the truth for a change. I think that would be spectacular. Feminist, gosh, I said the word again. Female frequency's legacy is twofold. Yes, lies and videotape. There's a unique video essays and criticism on its YouTube channel, and its external training and support programs. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. Boy. Did Anita take time off because she's possibly got a real job recently? Probably, and probably. Thank you, Mags. You are the best. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Bye-bye, female grifter. That's right. Frequency. Feminist frequency. Yep. It will be a day long remembered. That's right. Oh, I looked very Biden doing that. Don't want to do that. It's no longer Twitter. It's called Zitter. And instead of tweeting, you now zit or zitter. I don't know. I can't keep track. I'm still going to call it Twitter. I don't care. Hey, there's Michael Gonzalez and TZ Bird. And for those of you on Rumble and Odysee and Minds and Getter and Twitter, hello. Or whatever. X going to give it to you. I'm not allowed to sing that song. Let's see. Griffin, did Anita actually do anything other than bilk money? I think that was her primary gig, was bilking money. Nanu. That's right. What's up there? Low spec. But where now will we go to watch women playing basketball? I don't know. ESPN's failing. Gosh, that's a conversation. You got to watch today's video if you haven't already. It's fantastic. She's shutting it down because their frequencies sync, and it's too dang loud. Oh, when their frequencies sync. Ah, there you go. Feliato's here. Goodness, how much damage did that woman do? It's not exactly a happy moment. Well, it will be if the gaming industry turns itself around. I think independent studios, smaller game studios, are going to be where everything's going to come from in the future. To be fair. Luis Messina says, wow, hopefully gaming can go back to being fun in every game. Yeah, and maybe we won't get more of the Saints Row reboots, right? Oh, goodness. I mean, because she's part of the reason we ended up with that garbage. And with all the people that are in gaming that do not deserve to be. Whew. She is the trope now. Yes, Strap, indeed. 15 years of not actually putting content on her channel and disappearing 125,000. More than that, I'm sure. You tell him, Frosk. That's right. Yeah. Elizabeth, she provided nothing of value. Fandom breaking. Oh no, Jonah Hex does not feel good. All right, well, I'm glad you're out there anyway, my friend. Just try to feel better. That's bad. Yeah, she did. She did definitely steal things with Dutch angles. That's right. Thank you, Rambit. Wait, does that mean they've accomplished their goals? Well done, ladies. Might celebrate later. I don't know. Did they have a goal? We're going to destroy something most people like. Thanks. Now I want to play Cyberpunk. I feel like that'll be a good time. We're having a good time. Whoa. Celebrate. Oh, celebrate is a new word. Oh, okay. What's up, Tim? Don't let the internet hit you in the ass. Yes. What's up, Chase in Texas says, I liked wearing thongs when I was... Wow. I can't read that. But okay. Hey, Anthony, what's up? I almost read that. That is dangerous. Disney screwed... yeah, Disney's in trouble. Yeah, Sarkeesian was a grifter from the go. Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. And of course, Max takes a bow, says, you're welcome. Thank you. You know what I haven't done? I haven't played clips. You guys want to see a clip? Let's say thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for exposing how much you love Culture Casino.
Thank you. So revealing. So appreciated. Oh, let's see. They say if you don't lie, you don't have quite so much effort to remember what you said and to whom. That's true. That is very true. It is hard to be angry or fake outraged for that long. That's probably true. Hey, Carlos, what's up? Carlos Alfredo Lopez is here. Keeping the lies up is hard. There you go. Let's see. Maverick Pilgrim, what's up? Oh, there's Q2 Cats TV. What's going on? Staten Island pushing to secede. Oh, wow. From New York City again. No Sheldon Silver to block it this time. Wow. Would that be nuts? That'd be amazing. I'm going to keep track of that. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm going to have to, I'll look into it again. JB Spooky Review. What's up, Justin? It's going great, man. Got Canadian Spider-Man in the house. What's going on, Canadian Spider-Man? I'll get back to you this week on that thing we talked about. So, yeah. All Elizabeth Young, I want to provide the truth with non-biased slant to that truth. There you go. To provide it in such a way that it will allow the viewer and reader to come to their own conclusion. That's why I always ask, if you guys notice, I mean, I ask a bunch of questions in the videos I do, but at the end, I'm always asking, what do you think? Because I genuinely want to know. I've been trying to even get more aggressive in replying. Well, that didn't sound right. Try to be more aggressive in my ability to reply to you all. I actually set aside time every few hours to just jump in the comments and start to reply to people in videos. There are days I just can't do it, but today I already responded to a bunch of people that commented on today's video. I don't know. Cat on a keyboard. That happens. We got X marks the spot. We got Pinochet's helicopter tours. What's going on? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Pinochet's helicopters. I'm on X. There you go. A tipping barn says, need a vacation. Yeah, I bet she does. She didn't want to educate, but to indoctrinate. Unfortunately, not enough people bought into it to make it viable on its own. That's a solid statement. Let's see. Scrolling. Wow, Netherlands 1-7-0 against Vietnam. Oh, wow. Trying to keep up with the World Cup this year, female World Cup, but it's not. Look, I'm going to be honest. It's not as important to me as the men's. So it's like an also ran kind of a tournament. I know that sounds bad, but it's true. There's Kara says X symbol, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah, the Saints Row reboot was terrible. Look, they tried to fix it. They released a patch fix, and still everybody hated that game. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Yeah. No company is too big to fail. It just takes longer to happen. This is so true. Admiralty. Today is a great day of tolerance. That's right. Yeah. Can't dunk on her too much. It's official. CC gives you weasel flu. Ah, well, thank you. I don't know if that's good or bad. Greetings, Rogue Thinker. Thank you, Mags. That was fun. You made it fun today. I will tell you that I've been rather disappointed with how people feel about the Barbie thing. It's been surprising to me. It's been surprising to me. I would have thought more ladies would have come to the defense of men. There are many of you out there that have. Thank you. But it's so misandrous. It's just rough. Just rough. $2. Thank you, Eric K. Appreciate it. I want to see Culture do the PeeWee dance. Not today. I might do that. I think I've done some really weird dance moves. I think a lot of people have that clip, and every once in a while will find that floating around of me dancing in front of something. Thank you, WTW Pro. But yeah, and actually, I get a good chuckle out of that. I think it was dancing in front of a nuclear explosion for Oppenheimer. That was pretty cool. But maybe I'll do a PeeWee dance someday. Let's see what else is happening. Big Daddy MRI for $9.90 says, I got nothing. Enjoying your show. Listening at work. Weave looks fantastic. Thank you. Cheers. Hi to the chat and hit the like. You know what? I'm brushing this hair. You guys joke on me all the time. I'll brush the hair. Actually, it needs a real deep conditioning. I have to hit it with something. Check it out. It's Mike XRL7. This dude, awesome. Super talented. Working on another one of his bits. I get to voice act again. I love being the bad guy. Ooh, I'm a good bad guy. What's the World Cup? It's soccer. It's football, depending upon the part of the world you're in. Wow, the Glankener says, Netflix's new advertising supported tier is a total disaster. Are you surprised? I'm not. I give Polygon a hard time, but they do put together some good stories occasionally. So maybe I should cut them some slack, or maybe not. I don't know what to talk about. I mean, we can talk about the strike, but that's just boring. I mean, that's gonna go on forever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And ever. It's called manufactured or feigned outrage for a reason. I agree. Kara says, female World Cup is a no. No sweaty hot guys with abs. I know. And you know what? And the ladies love it because the dudes are constantly lifting their shirts up. And yeah. And, Vulcan Lives agrees. Pinochet's helicopters for another $5 says, CC, did CDPR even deliver on the base game? Have they released enough Cyberpunk 2077 base game features to justify Phantom Liberty price? miss your gaming show. I miss playing games. I got to get back to it, but the problem is I've expanded into a lot of other elements of the behind the scenes YouTube stuff, and I'm trying to build other elements that'll support all of this because, as we know, despite all your generosity with super chats and stuff like that, if you want to make something of this, you can't rely on the financial support system of YouTube. You have to do what Jeremy the Quartering's doing, or Tim Pool's doing, or even what Geeks and Gamers does very well. You have to expand beyond that. So I've been trying to build all that back end and get products out that people will actually use and appreciate and enjoy, along with some other stuff that's associated with that. Every time I have a hobby, it turns into something bigger. So, but I think, to answer this question, CD Projekt Red is capable of releasing phenomenal games. This time around, when it initially released, Cyberpunk 2077 was not it. It became it, though, because it feels like a complete game now, and there are elements that they've pulled in. They pulled in like a separate playable thing that was tied to the Netflix show that they had. I actually really I enjoyed that animation, but I also enjoyed the game at that point. I think they finally had cleaned it up. But this is the problem: don't release broken games a year before they're ready. I mean, everybody would have forgiven them and said, "This is not playable. This has weird stuff that happens." Everybody would have forgiven them. Everyone. Mahler and It's a Gundam hated Barbie, and they point out similar arguments that I have with it. Well, that's good, man. So I think that you and I are on the same team when it comes to that. It's frustrating. But you know what? I need every once in a while I got to play a clip, guys. Just to make it feel like, thank you, like this one.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really all I got. Thanks for your being kind and supporting the channel. Yeah.
There you go. I do believe, and I know this is going to sound weird, and in one of the stories that I covered today specifically, I do believe that you're going to see a lot of film production, even more of it, move outside of the United States. It's already moved from Hollywood elsewhere to Atlanta primarily, which is an amazing burgeoning film community. If you are in or near Georgia, that is quite the hub. That is quite the hub for production. So much talent there, untapped, and actors, stunt professionals, every level of production. If you're looking to make an independent film, there are people you can reach out to, that just have been doing amazing work there. I interviewed one of them on the channel, a team of folks that put an amazing Batman fan film together that, to this day, I'm still loving it. And of course, that was actually called Gordon. You can find it here on YouTube or probably any of the platforms that are there. Plus Logic says you can talk about some upcoming horror sci-fi movies. The movie with the cursed hand looks bad, although Sci-Fi for me may have talked about it already. I think he did. And Maverick Pilgrim's over on Rumble as well. I think there's a lot of really good horror films on the horizon. The Last Voyage of the Demeter, I'm going to go see. It looks like an interesting way to tell one chapter of a book. There's a lot of room there. And you're not going to screw up any kind of Dracula. You're not going to screw up a story that needs to be told in long form. Adapting just one chapter is a pretty cool idea. There's a couple others that are on the horizon that look like they might be worth seeing. And a couple of them are actually falling into October. So I'd love to look at that. I think that new inexpensively budgeted AI film. Looks fantastic. For whatever reason, the name just fell out of my brain. That one looks amazing. A low budget. Can't believe how amazing it looks. Very excited for that. So we got horseradish power here with £2 sterling. That's proper money, ladies and gentlemen. Says, don't release broken games. Laughing at VTMP. Yeah, please don't. Let's see. Have you heard of the incandescent light bulb ban that goes into effect this week? Yeah, which is weird. I mean, at its base level, it's the most important light we've ever had. We need to not lose the ability to make them. Don't worry, there'll be some third world country that'll continue to do so. I just don't want to lose the technology and the ability to do it. It's the same thing that happened. Remember, the space program has to recreate a way to land on the moon. You can fight about whether or not that's real or not. I don't care. But they have to recreate all of that tech that we had all the way back then, like before I was born, and now we have to recreate it because we lost it. How do you lose that? That's a good question. Yeah, I saw the video, Anthony. Midnight's Edge. After Dark played it. Which I think you're talking to about them, about the dwarf that was with the British broadcaster Piers Morgan, talking to the guy that is what I guess he's an actor anyway, who's just absolutely silly. The problem is they trip up over themselves all the time. It's not great. Hey, Scott Hughes is out there. What's going on? Will I shave if I get to 100,000 subscribers? I tell you what, I never thought I'd get to 10, and now I have to take my shirt off for a portion of a live stream, which is only going to be about 2 minutes. So you're going to have 2 minutes to look at old culture chest. I guess I don't know. Some people want to do that, but what is it? Yeah, if I get to 100,000, why not? I'll shave. I will look like I'm 12, but I'll shave. I just have such a baby face. Yeah, Last Voyage of the Demeter does look good. Very excited about it. You're getting error messages. I've been having trouble with YouTube chat too. I don't know why. Yeah, bulbs that put out some heat can be very useful. Yes. It accomplishes two things at once, light and heat. Yeah. But no, let's burn a fire instead, because that's better. Leave Demeter running. You guys are awesome. AJ's here. What's up? AJ speaks. I'm late. You seem a little down. No. Oh no. I'm in great spirits. But I do see a change in the film industry, and I do see it moving, more of it moving out of the United States. And you know what? Rightfully so. Despite all the tax benefits and things like that the individual states try to offer, in particular Georgia, they have great tax incentives to do productions there. They may not just be in the position to do it at the level that, well, Hollywood or another country can, which is why I brought up this particular story, of course, in a different way. But Abu Dhabi is going to build an 11 soundstage facility by 2025, and it will be state of the art, and it will be in a place that's relatively new. And it's going to have its own set of problems. There will be some difficulty in doing period pieces and some things like that because of, some laws that exist in those countries, that country in particular. But we'll have to see. And but it's quite possible that you're going to see more and more things shot not even in the UK, which is a premier location to do shooting. Incredible professionals in the UK. So say it isn't soul culture. Please, we will pay you not to show yourself half naked. How much torture can we endure? I don't know. Most Disney films appear to be cobbled together from 3 scripts. Does that count? Wow. You guys are having a conversation in the chat. I can't disagree with the point. It does seem like the Disney stuff is quite cobbled together. And I think it's one of the things that has been kind of put out there. The patchwork quilt that they are doing with all their films is crazy. It never said it was a whole stream. And like I said, it's just going to be for probably about 2 minutes. And it's probably not going to be just me. Because there was a tradition that was established for the guys. So I'll probably bring on people you may not have heard of that participate in the tradition, like Justin Proper and Memes of Destruction and others. It'll be interesting. You may get a lot of flabby man boobs. Yeah, you can't manipulate the market to go towards electric powered everything and not expect energy prices to increase. Yeah, they're not going to stay the same. Energy prices are only going to go up because they're making it as hard as possible to generate electricity. So they're doing 3 really bad things all at once. They're eliminating redundancy. They're not fortifying the ability to deliver electrical power. And there's a lot of problems with what they're doing. And they're definitely not making the most efficient way to generate electricity. And if you really want to get into green energy, you got to do what Georgia's done. Build brand new nuclear power plants. Because they just brought on their first reactor. It's online now, finally. Got delayed several years. And they're putting fuel in the second one right now. That's 25 years of electrical power, if not more. California's ripping away their most green energy production at a time when they desperately need more. Just ridiculous. Horseradish power for £2 sterling. Thank you. Again, proper money. Ashford, Kent is building a studio from an old building. Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing this happen a lot. Repurposing warehouses, airline hangars, stuff like that. I think Fort Bragg is like, or is it Fort Bragg? It's one of the decommissioned bases. So it can't be Fort Bragg. It's a, oh man, there's one in New Jersey that they're doing it to too. Anyway, they're turning military bases here in the States, decommissioned military bases, into these giant sound studio complexes. And let me tell you, it works really well to do movies there. It really does. Great spaces. What am I drinking? Coffee. It's important. I need coffee in the morning. Let's see. Hydrogen is the only thing that actually makes sense. If we can do it properly, I agree with you. Culture. Why are you discriminating against mags and 6? I would never ask the ladies to put themselves in a position like that, Eric K. I guess that is discrimination, though. I could invite them to do that, but then my channel would be gone right away because we have a double standard in the world. Q2 Cast TV says India coming with a sci-fi epic movie in 2024. Kalki 2898 trailer looks great. Now there's something I've got to go see. Curtis D of Montana sends me a member chat. I hope you're doing better, Curtis D. I'm praying for you and your wife. You want to see something? Look up EV car fires. Yeah, well, we just had a boat, a Dutch or a freighter around in Dutch waters that had been on fire for a week. I'm not going to get into that. Mags, Eric was trying to insinuate that by not having ladies on to participate in the shirt removal process for my 10K celebration stream was being discriminating. So there's that. Hey, what's up, Lester? Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. That's right. The Skeptic Tank. Good to be here. I'm glad you're here. I think it might have been Fort Dix. No, oh, there it is. No, it's Monmouth. Thank you, Uncle Remus. Thank you. Thank you. Turning bases into studios. Wag the dog, maybe? Indeed. They seem to think the best way to solve the world's problem is just to move them into another category. Yes. Eliminating redundancy is the stupidest thing ever. I can't believe we don't learn from this. I really don't. No. Oh, wow. StreamYard did it. I can now put member chats up. Ho, 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 ho. Thank you, StreamYard. Well done. Yay. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'll wear a tank top. Well, all right. I think that's not quite what Eric K was hoping for, but yeah. Kara says, Lookout Mountain in Laurel Canyon near Hollywood is a rabbit hole. Maestro Tree. I love coal-powered electric trucks, yes. In West Virginia specifically. WEW Pro said those two guys Iger brought back will have their company absorbed into Disney to fill in key positions for restructuring. You know, William King, I think that's a good consideration. I had a different take. I still do. I think what they're saying is sound reasoning. You end up with, and I'll say this to everybody, you end up with, and you need to go watch those videos. But you'll see Staggs go into be positioned so he can take over Iger's thing in his succession plan. That was something that was in place going way back. If you know anything about the Disney company, Staggs was always going to be the heir apparent. And I say that in the video that I did today. But there was some decision-making stuff that happened on his part. It is a long story I'm not going to go into right now. I will do a video on it eventually, as I said in my video today. But Staggs essentially created no other opportunity for himself but to leave. Mayer was in a position where he was never going to get where he wanted to go. So he went off and took the job at TikTok as CEO. So he lost two of the people that were tapped for future. And that kind of served Disney's purposes at the time because it would allow them to lean even harder into the extreme left side of the equation, the neo-Marxism, and start to, artificially manipulate, executives and who got what job based on immutables and things like that, and identitarian politics. But now bringing them back in to consult. And if you watch the video today, my speculation is slightly different than that, but either of them fit. Either of the thoughts fit. You would have Staggs come in, become eventual CEO. You would have Mayer come in and become the CFO, and then you solve two problems. Their company, which is funded entirely by Blackstone, which is the other unmentioned part of that equation, would be absorbed by Disney. Blackstone would benefit from that. If that's how that played out, you would end up with Disney acquiring Hello Sunshine, which was Reese Witherspoon's corp, and what was the other one? The big one that owns Cocomelon, Moonbug Entertainment. So you'd end up with them getting those two things, which would again grow some Disney brands that they could exploit for a few more years while they destroy them. So there's a lot to it. There is a lot to it. So it's probably a better guess than mine, but mine is still thinking out of the box, thinking that if you can get rid of 20% of Disney, or excuse me, of ESPN, and get some money for it, you can hold off some of the other issues that they've been dealing with. So just hang on to your popcorn. Looking forward to seeing Saw. It's a very inexpensive horror film. The idea behind it looks good. From what I'm to understand, the story will be good. And it kind of brings it back to where it starts. I've always liked the Saw franchise, so we'll see. Big Daddy MRI, member for 16 months, says, hey, StreamYards finally got it done. Sometimes the complaints actually get things done. Cheers. Yeah, actually, they had it in place for a while, like a few days, and then it disappeared. Now it's back. So congratulations, StreamYard, and thank you. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I have a fiery real cell phone, but that is because it hasn't broken. Well, there you go. Yeah, Rural Uplinks is here. I didn't see. I'm doing conspiracy stuff at the Mo. Okay, Capricorn 1, 3 days of the Condor. That's awesome. Last night was All the President's Men. Good choice. Curtis D drops a $5 super chat. Says, Culture, do you remember when magnesium wheels were outlawed due to when they caught fire? Water couldn't put them out. EV new. Oh no. It is the new. Yeah, it could be that that would be the new magnesium wheel. There is some alloy now that's being employed in frame construction for these electric cars that might also contribute to that problem. I'd have to look at it or reach out to a materials engineer and find out. That's interesting. I haven't thought about that. But thank you for the $5 super chat. In fact, it's been a few super chats and member chats, so I'm going to say thank you with this.
Words cannot express the gratitude that comes from culture towards you on this day. Or they can, but, it's just one of those things you say. Thanks.
Thank you. Indeed. I appreciate it. To all of you who sent super chats, donated, members, the whole nine. You guys are amazing. Speaking of amazing, Brightest Day is here. He's amazing. Got a fun channel. We got a good friend, Gojira Star. That's right. What's going on? It's funny. I used to be one of those, if something's new, I go out and buy it. The term would be early adopter. Do you know what I don't do now? That. Because nothing that comes out early anymore is refined. It's not ready for prime time. Unlike the old days when a product had to be ready from the very beginning, and it had to be good because word of mouth would slay your product. Companies don't worry about that anymore. Because we stopped voting with our wallet. We wanted to, or we got drawn into an idea of FOMO because of how so many things have been marketed to us for so long. So we need to go back to voting with our wallet and not acquiring things just because they're new. And then we won't end up with bad video games, bad appliances, bad vehicles, Products that come out fully refined get financial support. Ones that don't shouldn't be. Just my opinion. I remember these cars, Elizabeth, the Ford Pinto. Because the way the gas tanks were placed in a few of the models of the Pinto. Yeah, it was bad. I hadn't seen that. That didn't set back Ford as much as it should have. Yeah. Aw, thank you, Darius Munchausen. Yeah, I'm a big fan of motorcycles. I really wish it was safer to utilize them in the United States because a lot of drivers just are not quite as aware as they need to be about motorcycles. Incredibly efficient single party transportation. So light bulbs are to blame for planned obsolescence, which is amazing. Well, consider this. I have a property where the oven that's installed there and is used regularly is over 50 years old. Regular use, works like a gem. Here at the house, I had to replace an oven. Was just a little over 10 years old. Why? You should have things that last for a while. There's no reason. Longevity. And having a positive reputation, despite not, selling things every 5 years or whatever, you got a problem. And I talked about this on my DIY channel, which I'm going to get back to, I promise. I promise. It's going to, once the weather's cooled off, you're going to get a whole video on greenhouse construction from planning to bottom up, everything. And even some design elements that are not seen in most. So just that's going to be on the DIY channel. But you have that planned obsolescence, that inferior product. Some of it's because of where things are being manufactured and out of what. But I'm going to point at water heaters. And I talked about it, like I said, on the DIY channel. Water heaters now last 1/3 as long as they used to. And oftentimes 1/5 as long as they used to. I know that sounds extraordinary, but getting 7 years out of a water heater now, look at what the warranty period is on them. Look at what their expectation of life is. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Water heaters, and again, all it does is contribute to more waste. Having a water heater that does a great job of, storing water at temperature, producing water at temperature, and having longevity, having an element that lasts a long period of time, it doesn't lead to as many sales over the long haul. You could charge more for a water heater that lasted longer, but nobody's doing that. It's the same thing with automobiles. We used to have, here in the United States, we used to basically drive tanks. Look at a 1970s Javelin. That thing was a tank, 4-barrel carb, monstrous engine. You could get that thing, if you had some aftermarket modifications, up to 600 horsepower. Not that you need it. That vehicle, bulletproof. It would last forever. It was safe, especially for the people in it. And as long as you treated it with care, did proper maintenance, kept the paint good, lasted forever. Doesn't happen anymore. Now, you get 7 years out of the car, you're jumping up and down. Instead of cars that are on the road still with classic plates on them, they're 60 years old. So what happened? Same thing as always. Was more of an opportunity to make money with things that degraded faster, made out of cheaper materials, made with less expensive labor. Irritating. Anyway, little rant there. I apologize, but the water heater thing bothers me. The air conditioning systems bother me because and again, this isn't a conspiracy. It's true. When you lose the patent on the refrigerant that's used in, or you're about to, that's used in AC units, what happens? Well, you have to come out with a new refrigerant. It's got to be better for the environment. It has to be safer. It's less efficient. It always is. And you then have to replace all the units that used to rely on the old refrigerant. Those units are not built to last anymore. Scroll compressors, failure rates are higher, et cetera, et cetera. One thing I would really like is if they would make products that last. It's true. They make fridges now that last only 5 years instead of 20 or 30. Yeah. Go into a vintage store. Find yourself a beautiful pink refrigerator, an icebox perhaps, something that was built 50, 60 years ago. The scroll compressor in it still works. The refrigerant in it is probably still kicking away. And you can set it, forget it. The only thing you have to deal with if it's not frost free is, cleaning out frost occasionally. What happened? There you go. Holy cow, Q2 Cast. Okay, guys, go check out Q2 Cast as soon as you can, because it sounds like this story is bonkers. That's appalling. You gotta shoot me. I tell you what, when you release this, put it up, and if it's on YouTube specifically, tag me in a post that you push to your folks, because I would love to not miss this one. Wow. This is why I don't like Sound of Freedom, guys. Oh man, how much money did Darth Barbie make yesterday? I don't know. I was covering the box office for Midnight's Edge in the morning yesterday and was taken aback. I couldn't believe a $94 million weekend with an incredible hold. It could likely approach Super Mario Brothers. And instead of being a 4-quadrant film, Barbie isn't. Lightning in a bottle. A 50-year-old oven was made in North America. 10-year-old oven was made overseas. Yes, JEC, you are correct. And this is also too, Cryam. This is very frustrating for somebody like me. I like to fix things. I have a general understanding how most things work. So it's right of repair, and the ability to repair should be there for me. I can replace my own element in my water heater. I can replace the thermostat on it. I can replace the thermostat for an AC. Not hard. In fact, I've changed the AC in this house at least twice. Excuse me, the thermostat for the AC in this house twice. I've recharged AC units. I've replaced all kinds of stuff. Anybody can do these things. Not being fixable is a real problem. Oh, wow. And you know what? They're making closed cell. If you probably already know this, and it's been around for a while now, but they're making closed cell smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors that have a fixed year battery, 10 years. And then you have to you don't just replace the battery. No. You throw away the smoke detector, et cetera, because the automatic assumption they're trying to sell you is that the sensor goes bad. Oh, wow. How did we all of a sudden get here? I apologize. My neck is completely fused and healed. My doctor is very pleased. Oh, this is such great news, Curtis D. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate knowing this. I'm facing more surgeries on my middle back. We'll delay that for as long as possible. I just want you to get better, bro. Just want you to get better. But that's good news. That's really good, dude. Culture's greenhouse is the only one to have a weave attachment, says Eric. CC, you should start a channel that question things like, conspiracy. You seem very versed in these subjects. Well, there are platforms that do not appreciate those kinds of things. There are some people who can survive on that and do pretty well on the various platforms. I wouldn't mind being a contributor from time to time for things like that, but I don't think I can make a whole channel on that. I don't have enough time as it is. I really need to get back to the DIY stuff and the gaming channel, which is fun. Both of those things are incredibly fun for me. Speaking of which, I need to actually remove the sediment from my water heater. Need to get that on my calendar. You ever ask yourself a question? Whatever happened to the some of the first generation electric vehicles? And I'm not talking about the stuff like way back, like the Pierce Arrow that was converted to electric by Tesla. I'm talking about like the first stuff, like what was the car company that's no longer with us? They started in the U.S. and then kind of built up, became a thing. I think they were heavily invested in by Chevy. And they created an electric car called the EV1. A simple name. Saturn. Thank you, Zavin. Woo, thank you. Yeah, they actually had some really neat shapes for their cars. They were very early on, very fuel efficient. Lots of testing on them to make sure that they were well designed. And then they brought out their first electric car, and they sold a few of them, but then they turned it into a lease program where you didn't really own them. And then for a long time, they accumulated all of those cars and stored them at a abandoned Air Force base area and proving ground area in Arizona, and destroyed them, even though they were still working. Very strange. Very strange. Plus Logic is talking about all the amazing things that you can get energy from. Yeah, there's a lot of companies trying to take away right of repair. Yeah, Samsung, Apple, John Deere, etc. They're trying really hard to remove that. Well, and Elon Musk was been fighting it too. I follow a couple of the guys that like to repair and like to buy busted up Teslas and things like that and repair them. I think right of repair is a right everybody should have, and I think that that needs to be codified in law. I think in order to remove any and all argument. Just me. Morgan King has an idea for me if I can scroll to it. Sorry guys, I'm so far behind on the chat. Here we go. I skipped a bunch. I apologize. Morgan King, idea for a DIY channel. Build a room for your home gym. That's a good idea. I tell you what, once this studio that I'm in now is no longer needed because I'm going to be, I guess, put the cat out of the bag. I'll still do some recording here at the house, but I'm actually going to build a studio location at, I don't know, someplace nearby, and actually have better equipment and all of that. So that's what you guys are helping with, by the way. I appreciate it. But having that and being able to improve production quality, lighting, green screen effects, all of that, and then actually being able to share that with other people and do big scale podcasts and presence podcasts and stuff. But then I think I could actually build a room that's just a home gym, because this room could go back to being the library. So it's a good idea. There are only 2 surviving EV1s. That's just tragic. And Saturn was US based. That's correct. Professor got his ISOM number 2. I can't believe it. They just shipped those out. Eric is killing it. Congratulations to him and his team. And I know them. Some of them. Most of them. All of them, I think. Yeah. Saturn was the first car company to start ground up. A, building the cars in the US. B, no haggle purchasing was one of their appealing things. You paid what the car said, worth this much. That's what you paid. They made their money on the financing. Carlos, so the 10K bear chest will be streamed from the home gym. Gosh, it should be, right? Yeah. Culture Kino, if Culture was a carpenter, I build stuff all the time. Like I said, wait until I get back into the DIY channel where I'm literally gonna walk you through greenhouse, like from ground up design. I'm gonna draw it, show you what my plans are. I'm gonna build it, show you what it looks like. I'm gonna show you the process. I'm gonna show you some of the design features that I'm doing that aren't in a typical greenhouse. I'm not going to use the normal hoop house. I'll show you how to do one of those eventually, but I'm not going to use a hoop house design. This is going to be different, and it's going to be more aesthetically pleasing, because even though it's slightly more expensive, it just looks better and it lasts longer. Many other reasons. I mean, I always do that, and I always over-engineer things, which I'm sure many people out there while I'm doing it will comment on. So we had an EV1 for a weekend. It was really cool, says Channel Surf. Yeah, a lot of people have said they were really neat vehicles. Oh yeah, dude, the Teslas are one of the fastest vehicles you can own. Yeah, they're crazy. Didn't they call Megatron EV1 in Transformers? I have no idea. My memory for details like that is just crazy. And here it is, the Pierce Arrow actor. Oh wait, no, it's a completely different comment. Steve Art, yeah, he's coming out against the strike. Yeah, I saw that. Stephen Amell, who was in Arrow and it's something else right now, is saying it's myopic and a reductive negotiating tactic. Well, it's an effective one. It is. Their thoughts at it are very myopic. Their process for deciding who gets to keep working and who doesn't is, strange. I mean, even Sarah Whackjob came out and talked about that. There is some stuff he's not wrong on. I think I have to say it this way. There's no better time for them to be on strike than right now. But it also plays right into the studio's hands, because they don't really want to be making things right now. And they're going to cancel a bunch of projects, there's the word, starting today. You're going to start seeing a lot of force majeure, which I talked about in yesterday's videos. You're going to see those force majeure cancellations because they can just get rid of things that they know are bad. And let me tell you, they know that they're making a lot of bad things. So, for what it's worth. But at the same time, there's no better time to strike than when the studios are kind of crippled. And it's just going to make for a lack of entertainment in towards the end of 2024, which is why a lot of things are being pushed back right now and will continue to be. And why we won't have very much, if anything at all, in 2025. You cannot take these enormous breaks like they did during the pandemic and right now and anticipate that you're going to be able to ramp up to full speed and play catch up. There won't be enough room for that because you have to do some creative scheduling just to get productions to stack on top of each other in a lot of these places that you need to have so you can make things. So it's going to be a problem. So to that end, he's right, but at the same time, there really wasn't a better way to go about it. And this is probably the last time they'll be able to do it because, as I said in the video yesterday, we're not really going to have another giant jump forward in tech and format change. Streaming is going to be one of the last format changes, at least for a while, because I don't see anything on the horizon, and I'm looking for it. So. We got Pilgrim Media saying, "What up, culture? What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. $2 super chat. I appreciate it. In fact, see if we can get some more of those. Let's see. Culture's greenhouse, like PeeWee's Playhouse, but more lively. I hope so. Gosh, that would be fun. I always thought that would be fun to be like Mr. Rogers or PeeWee or something. I thought if you could entertain anybody and make their lives better in the future, it would be children, right? Activate an imagination that is being abandoned in favor of screens to pacify kids. It's a problem. Pilgrim Media for another $2 says it's best to strike when the iron is hot. Rim shot. Yeah, I wish I had that. Wait. I know I have something. Maybe it'll play. I don't know. Anyway. There it is. All right. Thanks for that. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me, Seymour. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, Seymour. That's right. My first car was an Oldsmobile 1970 Tornado. It's a great car. I'm a huge fan of the big metal. Love them. Love them. I meant to chat $3 to get the proper Muppet. Well, okay. Let me solve that problem for you.
You can give money to a organization that sends food to children in other countries. You could have given $3 to a bum on the street. But instead you decided to give $3 to the guy that looks like a bum. Thank you for your generosity.
I will say thank you to each and every one of you. There's 130 of you watching on YouTube, a few dozen of you watching on Twitter and over on Odysee and Rumble and Minds and everywhere else. Thank you for your support. I think we're going to need to wrap this up. I've been going for a while. Lord Shack says, culture watches Rich rebuilds. That's right. I do watch Rich rebuilds. I don't wear thongs, though. So there you go. And yes, I do believe in common sense. I believe in actual sense, too. Blue says, wait, no better time than right now? I don't think so. I think that you kind of have them over a barrel, and you desperately need them not to have AI writing and AI replacement. They're going to end up with one or the other. I think it's probably just a contributory AI for the writing process. AI replacement, when it comes to background, is going to be a regular occurrence, and I don't think they can do anything about that. But they've also irritated as many customers as they're going to irritate. That's us, and that's why there's no empathy. There's no sympathy. There's no empathy. Nobody feels anything for the people that are on strike because they've done nothing but be mean to more than 50% of their audience, the people that actually employ them. And they don't see it that way. Oh, well, I don't work. It's like the writers are like, well, I don't work for the people who read my stuff. I work for the guys that, pay my paycheck at the digital, outlet. That's really short-sighted. That's what it is. Magic Tech Max for $2 says, is culture the new Bob Vila or Bob Weavla? Yeah, boo indeed. All right. Nissan pickup long bed. Those are old school. Old school. Little Chad's here. The strike makes sense for both parties. Studios get to reset on all those horrible, terrible projects that they greenlit, and actors need to hold the line against AI. That's why the strike will last a good long time. Yeah, I don't see it stopping anytime soon. I think it's going to last the winter. I think we could go into next year. And at that point, the studios will be like, okay, well, let's go back to the table. There are some people trying to encourage them back to the table, elements within AMPTP trying to get the studios back to the table. But why? Why would they go back? And right now, they don't have to spend money. They don't have to finance things. They don't have to write checks for projects that are overdue or ones that have to be delayed. I mean, and it's not like they're making a ton of money off the stuff that they did make. I mean, Indiana Jones is $250 million underwater still. Nobody wants to talk about that. But oh man, I'm tired. I have two videos to finish writing, at least get the outlines together, and then I have 4 videos to record for the next couple of days. Yeah. Ooh, Acura Integra. Those are great. Strike's gonna go past Thanksgiving. I think you're right, Jonah. Hex. I think it's gonna go well past that. January 24. Seems reasonable, Maverick Pilgrim. I try to remember that. We'll come back to it, I'm sure. Why delay Dune 2? Because they got nothing. If you are releasing one film a month as a studio, you probably are good. And if you're releasing 4 in 1 month, that's a problem because you're not going to have anything to come afterwards. You're going to have to space this stuff out. It gives it its best window to shine and its biggest opportunity to make money. And here's the weird thing. I wouldn't even be surprised if they delayed the Marvels again. I think we've been talking about that too. The great Snafu says, a culture's work is never done. Nah, but I do have to get to it. You guys were amazing. I really do appreciate all the support. I don't know what to say other than that. We're getting really close to 10K. Do share out the videos when you can. Do try to watch today's videos. Today, the first one was fantastic. The second one, I don't know if it's out yet. I don't know what Grant scheduled that for. But I do have to get to it. So also be sure to check me out over on the H-Cast on Mr. H Reviews. That's coming up soon. And check out all the great channels that are here in the chat as well. We've got Q2 Cast. We've got several others, Maverick Pilgrim and obviously Captain Phantom Nerd and so many more. You guys are just wonderful. And thank you to all the wrenches for taking things and managing them so very well. Plus Logic, thanks for hanging out on Odysee and others over there. Thank you for Lord Shax, Maverick Pilgrim, and many other on Rumble. Thanks to the folks on Twitter that I can't see. Would you fix that, Elon, please? Please. And yeah. On that note, be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. Until next time. Oh, we're not over yet. I have to say see ya. I'm going to get this fixed. Hopefully I can get it rendered today. Then I can add Morgan King properly. You guys are fun. All of these people making it possible to improve things, making it possible to build things. You just make it possible. I appreciate all of you. Oh, we got Tuesday night. We've got Midnight's Edge After Dark later too. A lot of stuff going on. We're blessed. An embarrassment of riches right now when it comes to content. All right, everybody. Have an incredible day. See you elsewhere and see you soon. See ya.